Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Cake by the ocean. Peter likes a book. So anyway, let's get into this video, shall we? Today is a humongous, huge book club announcement. And that is about what is the book that we're going to be reading for April. And I'm so excited to make this announcement because, to be quite honest, I think that last month's book, on top of In Cold Blood, or this month's book, might have been The Endless Night from last year. And if you've been in my book club, what you know is that Endless Night last year was the real stinker of the year, okay? None of us really liked it. It was horrible, and it was my recommendation because it was a reread for me. So anyway, not many people liked In Cold Blood. Now, I will tell you, it seems like some people really do like what we're reading this month, and we are reading Carrie Rawlins, daughter of a serial killer. She's a daughter of the BTK killer. It's not bad, you guys, okay? I mean, it's an interesting read. I heard it's very similar to the Klebold book about Columbine, which is what our topic is for next month, for April. Sue Klebold book. I heard it's, you know, similar to that as far as like what a family has gone through this tragedy. I don't know. I'm just really stuck in the middle of this book, you guys, okay? It's just very, I thought it would be a little bit more true crime, but that's not really typical. That's not really why I don't like it. Like, I like it. I think it's interesting hearing her point of view about the story, but at some point I'm kind of like, okay, you are literally, like, I'm now 200 pages in or something of you talking about what a great father your father was when he was, what a great father your father, I cannot speak today. What a great father your father was when he was growing up, and yet he killed 10 people. Like, and there's just kind of like a disconnect for me. So I don't know. I haven't even commented on the Goodreads thread yet because I want to get more into this book. But the live stream for it is this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come join us. The YouNow link is listed below. And yeah, it's going to be, we're going to have a lot of fun. So what is the book that we are reading in April? And the book is Columbine, because we are commemorating Columbine. And this was a suggestion. So it's the 20th anniversary of Columbine. Mel had suggested, so Mel is, hey Mel, how are you, girl? What's up, sis? Mel is the co-owner of Peter's Book Club. We make so much money off of this, you guys. We really do. No, we don't make any money, obviously. But anyway, well, I mean, if somebody tips me in the YouNow stream, but that's usually like, I don't know, $1.50 or something like that. Mel, I'll buy you a coffee. So anyway, so we are reading the Columbine book. We are reading a Columbine book for, you're going to find out in just a second, for April to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Columbine. We thought it would be something important to do to remember what had happened so that we never forget. The two books that we were choosing to read from were either the Sue Klebold book, which Sue Klebold is the mother of Dylan Klebold, who was one of the shooters at Columbine. And she also has a TED Talks, which is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's called The Mother of the Columbine Shooter or something like that. Or My Son Was, I don't remember what it was called. But it was a really great TED Talks. I love the TED Talks anyway. The other book that we were picking between reading was the David Collins book, Columbine. And we put a poll up on our Goodreads book club. So join Peter's Book Club. It's listed below. And the David Collins book won. So here is the cover of the David Collins book that we will start April 1st. Well, we're actually going to start it this Sunday because the book, spirit fingers. Can I just tell you that there is a booktuber out there that I just found, and his name is Spencer, and he is from the YouTube channel Common Spence, like Common Sense, but Common Spence, and I will list it below. You guys, okay, so Spencer, I'm giving you a little shout out here to say, I want to be your best friend, okay? Like, I just want to hang out with him. He is, like, his energy, his passion about books is just so, and we love all of the same books, too. I was watching, like, his favorites from 2018. So anyway, go check out Common Spence. He is absolutely fantastic, and I love his videos, and I love his spirit and his passion and all this kind of stuff. So, and I also love, like, I was watching his video, the funniest video of his is doing his reaction to his Booktube newbie tag, but at the end of it, he talks in there about, like, how much Booktube has really changed him and how he's really felt part of something, and his experience on Booktube is so similar to my experience on Booktube, and just how I feel, like, this has got into a whole different subject, but just how grateful I am for being part of the Booktube community. It's one of the coolest things, and to have a place where I can go and talk to people about books and start a book club. And he has a book club too, I noticed. And, you know, it's just really, really cool. So anyway, go check out Spencer at Common Spence. I think he goes by Spencer. Spencer at Common Spence. Okay. Columbine. The tragedies keep coming. As we reel from the latest horror, so begins a new epilogue illustrating how Columbine becomes the template for nearly 2 decades of spectacle murders. It is a false script seized upon by a generation of new killers. In the wake of Newtown, Aurora, and Virginia Tech, the imperative to understand that the crime that sparked this plague grows more urgent every year. What really happened April 20th of 1999? The horror left an indelible stamp on the American psyche, but most of what we know is wrong. It wasn't about jocks, goths, or the trenchcoat mafia. Dave Cullen was one of the first reporters on scene and spent 10 years on this book, widely recognized as the definitive account. With a keen investigative eye and a psychological acumen, he draws on mountains of evidence, insight from the world's leading forensic psychologists, and the killer's own words and drawings, several reproduced in a new appendix. Cullen paints raw portraits of 2 polar opposite killers. They contrast starkly with the flashes of resilience and redemption among the survivors. And the book has 58,000 ratings on it, 7,231 reviews, and the average rating on this is really good, you guys, is 4.28. Like, that's a really high rating on Goodreads. So I'm really excited about that. The live stream will be the last Sunday of April, and it will be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I will give you guys more notice about that when we get to that. I think I also want to include in this book read this month, since we're doing like a commemorative thing, is I would like to have maybe like find some interviews by the families of the victims, as well as the Sue Claybold TED Talks that we could watch in there. And I also think, as an understanding of this culture, I know everybody doesn't love his documentaries, but to watch Bowling for Columbine. Bowling for Columbine really changed my whole perspective on, you know, students and asking people how they are affected by things. When, if you watch it in there, there's a scene when Marilyn Manson, who they accused a lot of Marilyn Manson's music as being part of what was triggering some of these things in the Columbine shootings. They asked him in there, if you went to the school and what would you know, what would you tell the kids? And he said, he said something to the effect of, I wouldn't tell them anything, I would just listen, or I would ask them what they wanted, you know, to tell me. And I think that that's really, when we talk about imperative, I think that's imperative, that we need to start listening to people out there and what's going on. And so, you know, in April, in looking back on this, I think that not to just read the book of the account, but to discuss the overall effect that it's had on our society. And I will be trying to do that in the live stream when we talk about that. So I'm really excited about this month. I think it's an important month. It's an important true crime book to read, because I think it goes above and beyond being just true crime, and it talks about how we, each of us out there, affect the society around us. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you going to read it with us? There's a poll over on Goodreads for every book that if you're reading it, you just say yes, and if you're not, you say no. That way we kind of have an idea of how many people are reading it. It really is helpful to us. We've been getting anywhere from like 30 to 100 people in the live streams for the live discussions. I mean, to think that there's like sometimes 100 people in a book discussion is kind of crazy, and I love it. So it's so much fun. This book club has been it's been so great for me. It's even forced me to read some things I haven't wanted to read. So anyway, I hope you guys are going to join us for April. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.